Welcome back to Factorio, Seablock TSM, episode number 226, where we are working on getting our chrome ore processing underway. As discussed at the end of last episode, I went and got some algae farms. Yes, I did have to set them up. It wasn't much bother though. Now, we need our milling drums for this first step of the ferrous ore processing. So what I might do is actually temporarily, actually I could even make it in here, couldn't I? I could change this recipe temporarily to the milling drum recipe that that one, temporarily. Throw a little bit of steel in there. Oh. Now we change this recipe back. And this stuff's got nowhere to go, so that is a slight problem. What we need to do, obviously, is every second one of those should be a near. That helps slightly. Oh, we must have had a delivery. Oh, I also had to fix... I actually had it correct all along at the beginning, so we had to swap this back round to the correct facing, which it now is. And it's obviously hungry for some resource. I did notice that these various chunks and things that are along here supposedly get used in the further on processing, so I may end up reducing this initial processing to just this one and using the chunks and the other bits and pieces that we can potentially produce from here rather than this processing into the crushed ferrous mixture. Yes, that's probably the direction we are heading. Anyway, we need saline water for this. I noticed that saline water is there's an empty. Well, there's a station calling for an empty train to top up. So there's plenty of saline water in our system. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this bit. We obviously are going to have to go on a different line rather than straight through the middle. And these are obviously not going to be lubricant, they're going to be saline water. And this one is going to be saline water. It's going to need a connection from there to there. This one here is going to need to be calling saline water, and we are going to need a red from there to... are you serious? Excuse me. From there to there. So that'll give us our saline water. Now, I think probably have the saline water connect in along here. Like so. And now we have our brown algae. Let's have a look at this process. crushed ferrous mixture. Okay, so we need thermal water for some reason. Let's go back to the ferrous crystals, ferrous concentrate. I don't like the fact that I'm going to need slag here. Ferrous slurry, ferrous dust, ferrous sludge, ferrous powder. Right, ferrous powder, that's what we're producing here. So we want to get to ferrous sludge from ferrous powder. That means, oh, that's where we got the thermal water from. Right, so the thermal water is from lithium salt, which is from brown algae, and it is done in pretty much any form of furnace, including just a straight out electrical furnace. So I do believe I have some of those on me. I've only got 2, so that's not so good, but I guess it's better than nothing. How much do these produce each session? It's like 40 of them, so that's a lot. You need to be a near, and you probably need to be a near as well. I don't know how fast these are going to be able to process. Probably not nearly fast enough. Doesn't actually tell me what the exchange rate is. I guess I'll have to look at it here. 20 turn into 1. Okay, well, we could easily do more of these. Fact. We have more. Right. So, that will produce this lithium salt. We want to get from lithium salt to the thermal water. We need thermal water bores to do that. I know I've used one of these somewhere before. And it's not in here. What about in there? Thermal water bore? No. Thermal water bore. Okay, time to search. So it was in resource refining. So I can only do the ones at the moment. What the hell was it then? Down here. I obviously can't make them just by my hand. I don't know if we're making those. What's the conversion rate? 1 lithium to 5 thermal water. So we probably need a few of those too. Or at least 4, say. Alright, time for train. This may be something else that we need to make. And again, if I'd set up a PAX train, perhaps I could have just sorted it all out. Maybe we're not going to need these two. Not sure. Here we are. Okay, I want to go to here. See if there's thermal water boards available there. I suspect there's not because I don't remember building them. So we may have to build those as the first thing. One of the first things that we're doing in this episode. There must come a time when all of these little things that we need to build are done. Maybe it's still some time away. And I probably need to try and fix up that mineral sludge for the upteenth time. Alright, you can stay here. Alright, L. Thermal nothings. Alright. That's not really going to fit, is it? Because of the extended... either there or there, so it's going to have to go there, unless I say, well, how about there? There would actually be okay. One and two. Alright, that should be okay. Thermal water bore. And I'll just order like 4 of them for now. Actually, I'm probably ordering a whole bunch of things that I don't really want. Like, I don't need that. I don't need these right now. I don't need that one. Oh, I probably do need some of those. Ah, 3. Maybe they take a while to get built. There you go, we've got all 4. That might be excessive relative to the number that we need, but never mind. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not really sure if there's a faster way than just plodding through this as we go. We definitely need the chrome, even if it is a somewhat protracted recipe that we have to put together. I think we have most of the bits. I might quickly check the map for whether our science is still proceeding or whether we've run out of... okay, we've run out of the orange guys again. Yeah, I know there's an artificial way of making them. We might have to resort to that at some point. Okay. What? That's slightly awkward, isn't it? You will have to... do something like that. I guess then thermal water will have to do something like this. Ah, very good. Thermal water. Right, now. That didn't exactly work. Okay, so. No, we're not making red algae, we're not making that, we're not making that, or that. That's the one that we're after. We need the chemical plants now. And this is, we want chunks and we want sulfuric acid. Chunks. So, what are we making here? Crushed sapphirite. Ah. So this is a little bit unfortunate, isn't it? I definitely think we want to get rid of this dual processing and concentrate on making the chunks from this point. Which means we need to be doing this slot in flotation cells. Okay. It is a little awkward, and at least my robots are off, but what we're going to do is we are going to eliminate all of that. Right. So, I think I have flotation cells on me. That's a crystallizer, that's a filtration unit. Flotation cell. Flotation cell 1, flotation cell 2. You're going to tell me I don't have flotation cells now. Don't think I'm going to need more of those. It does appear that I don't have the flotation cells. So I put everything but what I really needed down there. Okay, fine. Flotation cells. Call the train. Come and pick me up. I'll have to work out which version of the flotation cell I'm able to make. Twos. We can get to twos, so... Oh. The request already exists, huh? Flotation cell. There it is. So you need to be 10. Say. We have the 10 flotation cells. Time to go back. Guess I could have ordered it through this train, but never mind. What are we actually missing there? Modules. Modules, and more modules. We may well want to reinstate those modules in the fairly near future, so I guess that's fine. Okay, so your output goes here to come up to here. So we need flotation cells. I don't know how many I need. Oh, just move, dude. So this would be rubite, isn't it? Yeah, rubite, something or other, that one. We'll have to use a red belt. Why does this look like it's too close? Because it is. All right, stop that. So, just purified water that you need, huh? Purified water. And the output is nitric wastewater. So we're going to start getting this massive array of different processes to get rid of different types of wastewaters now, aren't we? That's what we typically end up with. Is there room up here for something? Because we're probably going to... need to do something like this. This one is the sapphirite. Just confirm that is in fact what we're after here. Sapphirite, rubite, and givelite. So this one would have to be the givelite. Take crushed givelite in. Output this stuff. Sulfuric, what do you have? Fluoric. So it's every single one of those wastewaters. We have one of each. Fantastic. I mean, the only good thing about it is that the wastewater typically processes back into the thing that you actually need. So we need the hydro thingamy jiggies. These guys. I've only got a level 1. I don't really want a level 1 when we can make the level 3s. Again, that's something we probably need to sort out. So again, I'll grab this train. Because I'm not sure that we're making these, or at least we're not making the... whether we're making the ones that we actually ought to be making at this point, shall I say. Back to our favourite spot. Perhaps I should give this faster. Faster locomotives. You'd have to think we can do faster locomotives at this point. How about you just stop? So, what are they called? They're called hydro plants. We have 3s. All right, good. So what we'll do is we'll throw that down there. We'll get 3s on our order. The amount of, 10 for now. 6 would be a better number. There's our 10, so I guess we'll have 10. Right. Back to here. We'll see how far we can get through this process. Hopefully we can get fully past this step. I'm not really looking like I'm going to have enough room for a station here, so that's alright. We'll put a station up here or something for getting rid of all the waste products in due course. So I think I'm going to need at least one of... where do those hydro plants end up? There they are. So... if you are processing, shall we start with whatever you've got? Fluoric wastewater. Okay. That one. That would mean we should have a pipe that goes around more or less like so. Right? and we get the pure water. The pure water comes out. Like so. Let's see if red is sufficient. You have two products that come out. Oh, rats. Not quite big enough. Well, if it's not going to be big enough, we might as well just use the little ones. Do I need to do anything with that mineralized water, or should I just... we're going to have to go and get some of those, aren't we? Well, for now, I'm just going to leave this. I'll give it some power. You also need the means to eject that fluorite ore, which we might end up using. So that one needs to work. What I should do probably is pull one of these way over here somewhere. So it's at least a little bit out of the way. No, that should have lined up with this one. Oh, and what are you, the process? You are sulfuric. Which is that one. And the purified water. Actually, it may as well have a similar... Similar carry on as that. And more mineralized water that we have to get rid of. And finally down here. So I think I will create a disposal area here. bother. It's better. Oh, yes, this is awkward, actually. This is because I made a mistake with my mapping. So is this supposed to be going this way, or is that the mistake? That is actually the mistake, but I don't know if it's fixable. And it's the only way you can get stuff out of here. It has to come out, and then as long as it goes up, it can be directed somewhere sensible. So unfortunately, what that means is we have to add one of these in here. And probably take this one out because it's not going to make any sense. And nor is this, in fact, going to make any sense. Because I don't really want something following on from the error that is that thing. So, now that we've done that, we could create one of these. So that's a going down, so that's not going to work for us. We need a going up. We must have one somewhere. Oh, we're normally putting it in a different place, aren't we? Although, on this side, down here, you are a going down, you are a going up. So this is probably as good as it gets. Oh. Okay. Gonna have to move you because you're in the way. Let's do that, and now we should be able to put this radar back in here. Radar 3, I don't need a radar 1. Radar 2, whatever it is, can go in there. Right. Oh. Was I standing in the way? No. Somehow, we did not copy that one. How is that even possible? That's very strange. Okay. I will leave that alone. So the purpose of that is to provide a removal, I guess, of the stuff that we don't want. Let's go down here. How are we doing for time? 40 minutes. What I want is basically this lot. Put in there. That lot down there. And we need the nitric wastewater processing. Which is that one. So we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. Unfortunately, they all have mineralized water as the waste. Now, I don't just want to throw that away just yet, so maybe there is something we can do with that. But what we actually want to do is get to this process. So we need our chem plants. And we're going to need sulfuric acid. So I might need another one of these for the input of sulfuric acid. Probably do need another one of those. Let's get rid of these sort of central pipes. Change this over to sulfuric acid, which is that one. And this can be sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. Oh, and sulfuric acid in here as well, of course. Good. Okay. Oh, you can't get a train to come here because you're missing that. Maybe I'll turn these guys on. It's a lot better. Still don't have a train though. Is that sulfuric not quite right? Surely it is. Oh, does this symbol still even exist? I'm not sure. I may have to save the game quickly. So this is 226. Let's have a look at stations. Does still exist. So that one. Oh, we need station names. Oh, you only see them when you're at this level. Okay. Crikey dick, that's hard to read. There it is. Yes, okay. So it's empty. Why are you not being requested here? Because there's hardly any, because we're out of sulfur. Wow. Wow. Where are we getting a huge buildup of sulfur in this factory? Talk about going on a a tangent every single episode. Look at all the sulfur we've got in here. It's not like we don't have enough sulfur. It's just getting these into a train is the challenge. Maybe I need to, because this is a lot of sulfur. Could fill in something in here and just build a sulfur pickup for this station. I don't think we've got that sort of quantity here, have we? Oh, we've got a ridiculous amount there as well. That one actually comes into here though. We've got 32. Did I never set up the sulfur pickup? Maybe I didn't. It looks very much like that. Well, there's no excuse for not having that sulfur, so you go off. Come and pick me up. We'll get that sulfur train running, so at least the sulfuric acid can resume getting delivered. And we're probably not going to quite finish this process off. But yeah, sulfuric acid. Okay, so that was here, I think. Yes, this one here. Are these... No, they're just express inserters. That's not great. We're going to have to swap them over. Something a little bit more sensible. Once we get there, which we now have. Okay. So you guys are going to have to be... You, medium electric pole. No, a 3 will not cover all of that in the way that I want it to. Express inserters. Express stack filter. No. Yeah, that should work. So what we should be able to do is get a red one from there to and that should be able to set filter. And we are going to need to have this sort of thing. Right, enough of this. We're going to have to replace that. Or something like that. Set filters blacklist. And or we just go, you drop close. Like this sort of thing. Of course, we've got a pole right in the way. I could just have it go straight up there. That would probably work. Something like that. We'll just drop back on here. So if it gets the wrong one. Now, you are sulfur greater than 16,000. We must be up to R for sulfur. Yep. And you can go. Oops. So trains on the way is less than R. We want the sulfur train. Sulfur train. The empty version of the sulfur train so that we can fill it up. It's on its way. Great. How far away are we? Getting pretty close. Wow, this could take a while. Because you should point to there. Bit faster. Back is definitely filling a lot faster than the front. Anyway, that should fix sulfur. The other one probably needs to be dealt with at some stage as well. Maybe I should even deal with it now, I'm not sure. Because it is just getting more and more congested. So perhaps it is the thing to do right now. I don't think I'm going to try and use this space for anything else, so... we could easily make a little sulfur pickup. Maybe a bit more of this. And then I guess I effectively want that. Without that stuff. Yeah, this is going to be slightly awkward, isn't it? Can go up there. Oh, I'm basically going to have to make it dual way every way, right? Like so, somewhat. And we're going to need a warehouse. Somewhere, I don't know where. We're going to need we're going to need a requester station. Yeah, you are slightly in the wrong spot now. Express stack, actually just express stack inserters. Do something like that. Something like that. And let's shove a combinator in there. One of those guys. Sulfur. It's in there, isn't it? Sulfur is greater than 16k. Hang on. Set P. And trains on the way is less than P. Then we want to send the sulfur empty train here, right? And you need to drop there. And you guys need to drop there, say. And now we just need to something like that. Fine. Actually, they could just be normal stack inserters. So that should end up ordering sulfur there as well. That does take us way off our beaten track. Has sulfur been delivered up here yet? Yes, it has. That's fantastic. This should be back in action. It already is. A train's been ordered. We'll be able to get sulfur where we actually wanted it, which was up here. Very soon in time for probably our next episode, when we will get back to our chrome plant. Yeah. All right. So thanks for joining me, and look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye for now.